Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, January the 18th, 2024. Just doing a real estate tap in with you for today. So I'm going to attach a link to I guess it's called the podcast or YouTube video actually. I think people should watch it. Whether you are investing in real estate or just, everyday, working person. I think the narrative out there about this economy, um, is giving off some false signals. I know that they don't want to really scare anyone, make anybody panic, because once they put certain things out, it affects the markets, it affects what people will do and everything like that. So, but I would watch it. Um, it's an interview with a real estate broker. He's in the Baltimore area, and he interviews someone that used to work at the Fed, the Dallas Fed, and has a lot of experience, with the economy and things of that nature. And they really start to give statistics, even though, like I said, the unemployment is like 3.7 and supposedly added to $216,000 jobs. Um, but if you really dive into those numbers and look at different aspects of the economy, things are fractured, things are cracking, so to speak, and they're trying to pull off a soft landing, but that's going to be difficult to do, to kind of to pull that off, because of all of this underlying information that's out there. A lot of people don't realize is that those numbers that come out about the jobs, they get revised a lot of times, and they've been revised about 12 months in a row. And if you go to dailyjobcuts.com, you'll see the different companies that are cutting jobs. And that's part of this, trying to achieve a soft landing, with this interest rate environment being as high as it is, and these companies having to refinance debt and obligations coming up to be paid. Their balance sheets and stuff are not really good. And then when the Fed starts cutting rates, that causes a lot of things to get more expensive, a lot more money to go into the system when people cut rates. But if people are not working, if we have more and more layoffs, um, that could cause the prices of things to go down because people just don't have the money. So there's just a lot of things that you're not seeing in the media, whether it be mainstream media or if you follow some YouTube channels and things of that nature. So I would definitely watch this. Like I said, no matter who you are, just so you can maybe prepare, kind of keep your eye out for certain things in terms of what's coming in the future, so you can prepare yourself, prepare your family for the changes. A lot of the jobs too that were created were government jobs, and and that really doesn't work if we're just creating a lot of government agency jobs. You need small businesses and things of that nature to be out here hiring people and making money to have a more effective economy. If you're just being hired by the government, that just means taxpayer money is going to paying those salaries. And if taxes go up and again people don't have jobs, it just doesn't end well. So it is kind of long, the YouTube video. It's about an hour and 50 minutes. So I would say, suggest that maybe break it up into like 30-minute segments. But I think it's something that you should watch. Some of the information, just depending on your level of economics and studying economy or knowing about economy, you may not know everything, but I think there's a lot of things in there that no matter who you are, you'll understand the overall sentiment of the video. And like I said, I think you should try to prepare yourself for what potentially is going to happen. I know this is an election year, and that's kind of keeping things from so-called crumbling. But possibly, as we get closer to that election, just depending on how things are going, it could, the economy could crack, it could plunge, closer to the end of the year. So, but you have to make your own determinations based on the information out there. But I think this is a good source. I think that the guy that's interviewing, he's, he has his, his mind and his heart in the right places, trying to be able to help people. And the person that he's interviewing is an insider. You know what I mean? She understands the system and what's going on. So, it's my recommendation that you watch it, prepare yourself. And if you are looking for opportunities, a lot of times I talk about, what I try to talk about is getting on the real estate notes, because, worst come to worst, if this thing goes south, you're always going to have that tangible asset, that tangible real estate asset to protect your investment. As you may or may not know, if you're in the stock market, have a 401k, a lot of money is tied up in commercial real estate and 401ks and pensions and in the stock market. And if you've been looking at things, it's, been taking a hit over the last few days, and, don't know what the future holds for it. But, I just think now is the time to, possibly pivot on what it is that you have your money invested in. You may not take all of it and put it in real estate, but maybe you should take a certain portion of it and put it in certain real estate investments to kind of hedge, possibly what's going to happen with the economy. And we just like notes because, like I said, at the end of the day, people are always going to need a place to live, always need a place to stay. And you can, protect yourself because you can always get the property back. Look into it. If you want more information, you can go to my YouTube channel, Abundant Capital Group. There's a lot of videos on there. Share this with your friends, people that you know. Like I said, and watch that video and just, take it in a small bit so you can get through it. But it's a lot of good information in there. And get yourself prepared for, what potentially may come. That's all we can do, is try to prepare ourselves to deal with it accordingly. There's a lot of things going on in the world, things going on with the Red Sea and fighting and possible geopolitical tensions rising and everything like that. So just try to get the information and prepare yourself and do what's best for you and your family. But if you have money, if you are looking for some type of an investment, please look into real estate notes and note investing, creating notes and buying and selling of notes. I think it'll help you get through this particular time. All right. Talk to everybody soon. Have a great one. We'll be doing a deal reviews later on today. Had a couple deals come across the desk and look good. Have to check and see if they're still available, but if we can get people to fund them, I think it's a really solid opportunity. So 8 p.m. tonight, about 8:15 p.m. tonight, we'll go live with that on Instagram, as well as our we have Zoom link. If you want the Zoom link, just make a comment and we'll send that to you. All right, talk to you soon.